What's up and welcome to the Indie Credible Podcast, Season 2, Episode 39, a weekly podcast where we get together and chat about the world of indie gaming. We go through all the indie games we've been playing, we go through the latest indie game news, and we cover a main topic. This week's main topic is a little bit of fun that we do every now and then when it gets to this time of season. And we're going to predict the outcome of the Video Game Awards that are happening on the 12th of December, which also happens to be the day before I break up from school. So when do you break up for holiday, mate?
The 19th of December.
Ah, that's a shame.
You break up before me.
Really?
Yeah.
When do you go back though?
Oh, I don't know. Middle of
February?
March.
Yeah,
March.
Yeah.
It is like that.
Yeah.
That's not even an exaggeration.
But no, so we're going to be trying to predict not every category, because stuff like esports team of the year, esports man of the year,
Cloud9.
like we don't
cares?
know
John Terry.
tons about that.
John
So,
Terry. Wow.
John Terry's mum, that was a meme for a little while. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about trying to predict our predictions, should we say, for the Game Awards that are coming on the 12th of December. But anyway, joining me as always, going through all the indie game goodness, is Dan from Out of Dice Bear.
Hello. Thanks for
And
the point.
Tom from at Shriek and Profit.
Hello.
Ammon,
double point.
you can find me at What's Up Wood if you're interested in that. We've had a very mammoth monster Patreon show.
Well, there's no fucking Dragon Ball action there for you.
I don't watch that shit.
Yeah.
I know, we had a nice big mammoth Patreon show, which is an exclusive show just for our patrons, to clues in the title, really.
I wasn't there for 90% of it.
That's
So it was
why
the best
so good.
Patreon show we've done
Yeah.
yet.
If you guys are interested, that $1 a month over on patreon.com/Indecredible gets you access to the both pre and post show. This week's post show is probably going to be a little bit shorter because we got 40 minutes at the beginning. But anyway, how's the week been, gents?
Yeah, it's been alright, you know, pretty tiring. Work shit. About you?
Yeah, I've been working a lot.
Yeah.
Smashed my PS4 controller. Had to repair it.
Why?
Playing Titanfall 2.
Okay.
With some cheating little scumbags.
Right.
And scumbag singular.
Single
No, I
scumbag.
played against some super incredible players. Like some really, you watch the playbacks of your death cam, and it wasn't Lewis.
Okay, yeah.
And you're just like, oh my god, they've nailed this.
Yeah.
The movement, everything. That game for movement is probably the best first-person shooter movement
Yeah.
ever.
Never
It's
played it.
incredible.
I do really want to play
It's
it.
super
though.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's absolutely incredible. It's brilliant.
Can I borrow that when I send you Fallen Order?
It's, yeah, digital.
I don't have two. I own it
You
digitally.
freak.
But if I have a bit more money, I'll buy you it.
Thank you.
It's like £5.
I will.
It's
Yeah.
like £5, £10.
Yeah, I'll fit, once I've bought my presents for the wife and the daughter, if I've got a fiver left, I'll get you it.
Cheers, love.
What do you want it on? My dick? Okay.
PS3.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah.
You couldn't count that, you know, got 4 fingers. And it was
You're really confident about it, though. You're like, PS3.
Yeah, PS3.
Right?
Yeah. Well, the audio listeners will think I'm right.
That is true.
Yeah. Should we go on to our indie game week and what we've been playing, gentlemen?
Let's
Who
do
wants
it.
to?
We should.
Who wants to kick it off?
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Go on then.
I've had a lot quieter week this week compared to the other week, which
Yeah.
was massive.
Pass me a pen.
I've still been playing quite a lot of those games we talked about last time, but I've
Yes.
also played some of the ones that came from Game Pass.
Nice.
I played Tracks,
I
Which-
saw this. I was really tempted.
which
Do you know what
is...
this is?
Nope.
Do you know? You remember as a kid those wooden train sets?
Mhm.
So you had the wooden bits of track, and you put them together,
Yep.
and then you had your little train. It rolled across.
Reckon I know this
Tracks is where you get to do this digitally,
game. Yeah.
and you can make any track you want. There's no real game there. There isn't a goal you're heading towards. You just build a track, and you place trees and places, and you get your track to go
Sounds
round.
lovely.
And it's great for about 45 minutes, and then you
Oh.
finish. You do it. You get a whole ton of achievements. I got a barrel of achievements, and I sat there going, "Well, I didn't do anything. What have I got these achievements for? Well done. You went forward. Well done.
There are achievements for having
You went
fun.
left.
That's what
Well
they're for.
done. You went right. Well done. You like trades. Well done. You don't like trades.
They
And
cover all the bases.
All the bases nailed. It was fun for it was all right. I don't see the point in the game.
It's probably a kid's game. Is it more like a kid? If you give it to like a kid and say go make a track, they'd
No,
probably
they'd
like,
hate it.
okay.
They would turn around to me and go, you know when you buy that present for your niece, your nephew, or whatever it is, whatever it is. By the way, it is the right term for it. Bloody Satan's children. And you give it to them and they look at you like, what am I going to do with a copy of The Watchmen? And you're like, when you're 16, you're going to thank me. That's what you're going to do. You're going to
and then
thank
they'll be
me.
like, why didn't you buy it for me when I'm 16?
Because
I'm
by that
5.
point, I'll be dead. Right? That is my plan.
Oh, I see.
I do not wish to be around when you, Satan spawn,
Well, you can
are
just
at 16.
you can PS I love you them and just have gifts ready to go for the years to come.
That would make it sound like I cared.
PS I hate you.
But, oh, I might do that. Yeah, but then wouldn't you want to leave them like Britney Spears albums? And...
Good. That's
Oh, Jesus.
Toxic is a classic.
I forgot what room I was in. Oh, this hurts.
Surely Toxic. You know Toxic?
Tucker's good.
Toxic's very good.
You ask him.
Lucky's,
Yeah.
if Lucky's a good album.
Then you take that
What's
as
Lucky's a good album.
I don't know the albums. I just know their singles.
Yeah, Lucky's a good album. Sometimes it's probably the best single.
I so hope at some point my little brother has kids, because then at least there's hope in the world.
How dare you?
Well, you
thinking-
failed as a Tom.
I was speaking the other day. Shut up. I was speaking the other day about what happened to the Spice Girls. No one talks about them anymore. They were a
No.
phenomenon, but now they're just sort of like.
What are you talking
Left
about? They
in the
did a
past.
reunion tour, which they had to add a whole load of
Oh,
extra
well,
dates
Yeah.
on, and everyone went, "Oh, Spice
And
Girls,"
that's cut short today because Jerry and
because they
Jerry
fell
and Mel
out
B
again.
fell out because do you know what happened on Piers Morgan?
No. So
So-
much happens on Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
You know he does that
Oh,
show
nice.
where it's like interviews 1-on-1.
Oh yeah.
He interviewed Mel B.
Right.
And she basically come out and said that her and Jerry had this like lesbian affair when they were travelling.
Oh yeah.
And Jerry was like, I didn't want anyone to know about this, so she got really hissy fit about it.
Fair enough.
And basically cancelled her time on the tour. So they were like, oh, sorry. So what you're saying is good presents. Spice Girls albums.
I think that's what you said.
Yes, I hate you,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
Lewis and Tom
Love you.
love you.
Yeah.
That may be
The
how I
tracks,
do
yeah or
Geek
no?
Out.
If someone's got Game Pass, yeah or no?
Oh, give it a go. It is
I'd play
a
it.
mental
Is it
game.
going to be the same kind of thing as like Flight Sim? Like we're all going to download Flight Sim when it comes down
Yeah.
and
No.
play it for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and be like, I'm done.
I'm sorry, no, I'm going to get lost in the world of Flight Sim. I know this already, mainly because I'm going to go inverted and spend my whole time just at my monitor going,
Of
yes, everyone else. That's it, that's all I'll do with Kenny Loggins in the background. That's it. That is
Flying a
Flight
Boeing. So he's just like casually just true log.
I'm gonna,
Highway to the.
I'm going to do it in a hot air balloon. I'm going to do it in an old Cessna. I'm
He's
going
inverted
to
a high balloon.
just be there holding onto the wicker basket. Going,
That's
oh
like-
shit!
You just fall straight into the balloon.
Oh, God.
And I played Munchkin.
Oh, I saw this was on there, yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about it as an IP.
Okay, so Munchkin the card game is a brilliant be horrible to your friends card game. It's about you reach level 10 first while also screwing over your mates. The first 3 levels it's like, let's work together, let's be friends. Hit level 5, fuck you, do you, that's it, in your face. Brilliant, really good game.
Yeah.
As a sort of quick, anyone can play it. And I found over the years of playing it, literally everyone enjoys it. Once they get around that, because a lot of people, oh, we're going to play a game about kicking in doors and going through dungeons. Like, I don't want to be part of that, bloody hell. And then they get to play it and they realise it's just a game about being mean to people. And
Yeah.
they love it. This game, I haven't really got to try. Because it is a 4-player game,
Right.
which you can't play online.
Wow.
So I downloaded it, you play it, you go through tutorial, and it's like, you've got 4 lanes, but you're the only one there.
Did
Like-
you not get 4 controllers and be like, Sam, it's your turn. Oh, okay, Dan, I'll go now. Oh, Dan, it's your turn. Okay, Sam, I'll go now.
It's not the card game. It's a dungeon crawl game, kind of, with bits in, so you all play at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So I sat there going, okay, this is a cheap game, but if I want 4 controllers to play this, that's 200 quid.
Yeah.
And then...
And you got friends coming over for local co-op gaming. Munchkin's probably going to be the last one on your list.
Yeah.
Like, there are better, aren't there? There are better
Yeah.
co-op.
But I was thinking,
Games.
if this was online, well, I could probably get a couple of people in on it, especially with Game Pass, it's free, let's
Yeah.
go there, let's do that. It would be a laugh. The bits they make you do are actually, they're alright.
Yep.
They're a little bit of fun. It's not huge. As you said, it's not a game I'm going to grab loads of people to. But a home co-op game? No.
Very strange.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Great
I
choice.
don't get
It's
this.
funny because we're actually talking about mentioning something like that in the news section. But
Ooh.
yeah, no, you're right.
What I didn't get as well was, why didn't they just do the card game?
Yeah.
They've made it into a dungeon crawl game. Why don't they just do the card game
Yeah.
and then make it online? because it would work. Because you can have up to 8 players. You have randoms joining. It works with randoms as well because it doesn't matter who the other people are. You end up just picking on them and having a laugh. And part of the fun of this game is being mean to people.
Yeah.
And and I was like, you know what? During the week I did this really bad. Corin doesn't watch this. I was like, you know what? I want to play Munchkin again. So, us 3 at some point, we are going to play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles version of Munchkin, where we get to each be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and then screw each other over.
I'm going with that.
So it's Munchkin itself is a really good game. This is one, if you've spent 200 quid on controllers and you do have people who come round, there are better games to play.
Yeah, fair dues. Fair dues, do you want to go next, mate, or shall I go next?
I'll go next because your list is a smidge longer than mine.
Go on then.
I played a little bit of Bad North.
Yeah, the one I
It's free now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is on
Epic.
Epic, yeah, which I thought, why not?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't play much. I played about an hour earlier today. And it's just really simple. Like, obviously, the gets a little bit more complex as it goes on, but not really. It's the same mechanics, just there's more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of like, I enjoy moving my troops to these different
Yeah.
places. Oh, here come the invaders. They're left, they're right, they're down,
Exactly,
they're south. Let's move them there.
It's like, there is strategy to it, but it's not really like...
Yeah, never anything.
You're never like, oh, what am I going to do here? It's just sort of like, okay, that there, and I'll keep these over here. Yeah, it's just a little bit of fun, isn't it?
It's really nice.
I'd really like it on mobile or something.
Or
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah, or Switch, yeah.
I actually have it on Switch, so you can play more on Switch if you want.
Maybe I will.
Oh, you might.
No, I probably will. No, actually, I've got a lot of things I should play really, shouldn't I?
Is that
Like what?
Whatever else is on there, all the games I've missed this year. So
Yeah.
anything else? Is
That is all indie game wise sort of played.
that is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I will go first with Everspace. I've been wanting to play this game for so long. Like, I've played it at events, but I've actually wanted to go,
Right.
what is this game? Like, sit down and actually go, because it keeps going, it's a narrative-driven, roguelike space shooter. So I'm like, okay.
You don't remember it, do you?
I probably do. I'm just looking
This is
up
the game you wanted. You played it at an event and you liked
sat
it.
at events next to each
I
other
know the
playing
name,
it.
but
So
give me
I-
my back about it, alright? Just give me
I like
2
space
seconds.
shooters. I sat down and I played. I've played about 2 hours of it, and I'm really stuck on this game because it's not a bad game, and I love roguelike adventure game. Like, I like the whole dying, getting stronger, coming back.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what that is. Basically, you have a ship. There's 3 different ships available. You go into the star system, whatever it is. You have the different warp points you go through. Each warp point has like asteroids that you can there's set asteroids you can shoot to collect more resources. But then the more you shoot, the more noise or commotion you create. Chances you got outlaws coming, and then the further you get closer to the actual main game objective, I don't know what it is yet because I've not finished the game. The more outlaws there are, and you get like trade federation ships that you can go and take on, and if you take them on and kill them, then you get loads of resources, but it's really hard. The combat is super slick, especially I'm playing mouse and keyboard, and I played a bit on controller, but I prefer mouse and keyboard. The mouse is a lot more responsive, but then also the whole kind of like whacking, like, so you have to hit one to get plasmas to then shoot down shields, to then go to railgun to then actually do damage. So the switching of that, and then locking on with a mouse, and then firing, then coming away, and then like rotating and going into afterburns. It all feels like you said, like I want to listen to Kane Long as I'm doing it. I'm like, yeah, woohoo! Like, and when you overcome a dogfight and there's 4 of them and 1 of you, you're like, oh my god, that was so good. And you're like the smallest bit of health flashing left on your ship, and you're like, I don't care, baby. And it does all that really well. The moment combat is cool, and it looks stunning. It looks really pretty.
Yeah.
But it is very much a case of the roguelike there is very much there as a solid grind.
Right.
Like, you get to a point where it's straight up like, you can't get past this part until you've got these upgrades. It doesn't literally lock you out, but it's just too many enemies. You just get wrecked. And then, fortunately, upgrading does genuinely make a difference. You notice you're doing more damage, you notice that you have a longer shields and all bits and bobs like that. And then the upgrades does very much have an RPG element to it, in terms of there are so many you can do. You can focus on shield, you can focus on weapons, you can focus on like firing speed, you can focus on firing damage, you can focus on thrusters. So if you want to be a defensive person who's got these big long range weapons, you can do that. So that's quite nice. It doesn't force you into going, you must make your hit points stronger, you must make your weapon, your weapon damage is a case of fire speed, or fire damage. So what do you prefer? Like, well, I'm going to equip like a Gatling gun and make it fire speed up. So I don't want the damage. I just want I'm going to wreck you if I can. But then that requires you to be not as accurate. Whereas I could go, I'm going to do this really powerful one shot every 5 seconds. But if I get a hit, I'll wipe you out in one. And that's really nice about it. I don't know what it is that normally these games I'll play for like 4 or 5 hour stints. I'll like jump on and I'll play them for ages, come off them. This one I'm playing for like half an hour at a time, and then being like, oh, I've had enough now. I've had 2 runs. I'll jump off. And then jump back on it. And I'm finding it hard to really get into it because I'm always like, I've had enough. I'll jump off. And I sit down and go like, I'll have a couple of games on Everspace, and I'm going a little bit. I don't know what it is that's holding me back on it. It's a perfectly fine, good game, and if you like roguelite games and you want a good space shooter, it's definitely probably one of the best space shooters I've played in terms of what it offers combat wise, and it is very tactical. Like you must have to, like it's the game that's taught me the most about my position on the mouse and keyboard. Because you're like, you need to like hit this and then hit this and then shield over, like hold down the shield override, and then like, but it's all timings, like as if you're a pilot.
Yeah.
One nice thing it does as well is when you go into a run, you can choose whether you want first person or third person. That's quite nice. Like, and it really changes.
What do you prefer?
I used to prefer third person, but then I was like, wait a minute, I'm playing on PC now. I feel like third person would be great on console.
He's learned how to game now.
And
plays first person.
well, it does the most alien thing ever that Dan would appreciate. Default is inverted.
Of course it is, because that's how you fly a plane.
That's fine if you're flying something.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It is, because that's how you fly
If
a plane.
I had like one of those full, like you know the full balls deep seats with the thruster burns and all that. If I had one of them, I'll give it to you. On a mouse and keyboard, no.
No, if it's like you're a bloke running out of a gun.
Let me guess. When you take off, I bet you're like prepare for takeoff. Slowly put like I'm rising to 2000.
Like, remember when you were saying you were shouting at your imaginary players on Football Manager earlier?
Yeah, they're real.
but when you're flying, it feels way more natural.
And I play inverted, all right, on Football Manager.
Yeah,
you pull up.
You pull up on Football Manager.
Pull up on it.
I'm always at the bottom of the league, all right. So, but no, it's a good space shooter. I can't put my finger on why I'm not engrossed. I don't know. Maybe the hook will come when all of a sudden something will happen in the story. And I'll end up being like, oh, do you know what? I'm now into it. Maybe that will get me. I don't know. But I've then gone to Thumper. I'll speak about Thumper quickly because Thumper released a little while ago. And I'm playing it again recently on the Switch. You can play this. Thumper's an incredible rhythm game. It's the most tense rhythm game I've ever played.
Really?
Like, I still can't finish it. It is.
I'll see it. I'll finish it.
Well, the thing with Thumper is.
Oh my god, how annoyed are you going to be if you get your Switch back?
Oh, he probably will finish it. But here's where Thumper gets you: is a mental test.
Well, you need to have rhythm
because one level in Thumper ends up being about 45 minutes.
Okay.
And it isn't, and you don't see. So you see the symbols, but it's not like a triangle. You know, like Invector is like triangles. This is like a pattern or a line or a symbol, and the corners. And when to get to complete Thumper's levels, you have to be listening to the repetitiveness of the music, and because you have like double backed corners, but you can't see both corners, and if you don't miss it, then you just smash the little beetle to pieces, and it is so intense. Like you're there, like oh, Jesus Christ, it's so 45 minutes took me to level 4. There's 8 levels in the game.
Oh, you're halfway there.
I'm halfway there, but you're going to borrow the Switch now, and I honestly, this is a game you have to play. With headphones on. It's super good.
I'm foolish.
For those who don't know, you play as this weird metallic beetle. You basically have 2 lives. When you miss a note or an action, you lose your skin, and then if you crash into something else again, you die. But then you can gain skin back by completing a section of a level. Like I said, the first level was about 20 minutes. Level 4 took me about 45 minutes to do. Like they are big. It's not a case of I'm doing a 3-minute song. It is a industrial music, and it's bangs and crashes. And I honestly think it's one of the best rhythm games I've played. I'll be interested what you think of that song like rhythm games.
Tomorrow.
Corsa, I think it's called. This went on the late because I only played it today. It's they approached me a couple of times over the last couple of weeks. It's a new indie CCG coming out, and they've approached me by going like, do you want to do this? We've got a big streaming event. It's a closed beta. happening this weekend. Do you want to be part of the streaming event? We're basically trying to get streamers to do 2 hours each and then pass on to the next person and all things like that. But the time where they wanted me to do it was like getting close to American time. It was like 11 in the evening till 1 in the morning or something. And I was like, oh, no, not really, to be honest. But they finally sent me a preview. It goes live to everybody, not everybody. Anyone who's got a code goes live tomorrow. But for streamers or press, what you want to call it, it's today. And I finally went and played it. And I was genuinely surprised by it. I will say it is super indie. Like, we're talking a team of 3 people are making this game.
Right, okay.
For a CCG that is tiny. But it's, do you know what? At first I looked at it and was like, this looks really boring. And they've actually been very clever with their art style. And I was screen sharing with your brother about it. Because where they've been clever is they've known their limitations. Mm-hmm. They've not gone, we're going to make this incredibly stunning looking card game.
Ambitious.
That is broken as shit. And it actually brings some really interesting mechanics to the fray that I've never seen before. 2 that I think you'll really like. One being very similar to Mythgard. What you do is you sacrifice cards for mana.
Nice.
But what you do here is they don't go back into your deck, they go into their own little pile.
Okay.
And then that's my hero's level. So every turn you have two turns. So if I've got 4 cards in this pile, my hero level is currently 4. Meaning I can play any cards up to 4 level, not mana, because when I play a 4 level card, it doesn't deplete that. I can play 2 4 level cards 1 turn.
Right.
There are cards that give you extra turns to play 3 cards turn. You always draw back to 4 cards. So going through your deck and not burning out is a whole mechanic you have to manage. But what's nice about this mana system is you can take a card out of it to put it in your hand and then reduce your mana.
Reduce your level.
So it's a whole. I'm going to put this 5-drop in there straight away, but I'm going to put it back later on when I know I don't need the mana. So it's nice. The whole managing of the ramp's nice.
It's pretty interesting.
And then adding on to it further is your leaders have leader abilities as they always do, but to get these you have to hit certain levels. So they're normally, there's a few tweaks to this, but most of them are like level 2, level 4, and level 6. Meaning when I've got 2 cards in there, I can activate the first bit, and this being like give you, and there's always options. The first one's like give you 5 life or heal all your units for 2. And the next one's like, I don't know, do 3 damage to all enemy units or heal all your units for 3. But you get these levels up by sacrificing these cards there, and it's a whole. What is nice about the game is it's very consistent because your decks are only 30 cards. You're drawing potentially 3 cards every turn. There have been not many games when I haven't been able to get through all of my cards. So what that brings into the fray is it's all about very tight deck building. Like you're going to play all your cards, you need to build a very tight deck.
Yeah.
Not I'm going to put this card in there in case I draw it. It is you're probably going to find this card. If it's useless, it's
don't have it in there.
Yeah. So I've only played an hour and a half of it. It's like still super early. It's not even in the alpha, like closed alpha. This is a very much just a closed, like weekends. People come and play the game. And I mean, there are animations that look wonky here or there, and they.
At this point, it's really about the mechanics of the game rather
and that's
than
it,
the visuals.
Yeah. But the core mechanics they've got there actually are like, do you know what? This is quite cool. Like this is quite nice actually. It's never going to be like if they've said in 6 months' time it's now available in open beta, it's never going to be me going, buy Mythgard, hello, Corsa. It's a weird name.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a game I'm going to be just playing in the background. It's quite casual at the moment. There's not a massive amount of cards in there. Because it's so indie, I feel like I could probably have it as a little second game, like jump in and play a bit over here. But it's definitely one to keep an eye on. And I'll wrap up with a game that I played this week. The What Is video is up, and I loved it.
It looks great.
Yes, Your Grace. So Yes, Your Grace is a game where basically you get to control a kingdom, but what's interesting about it is you're not only trying to control a kingdom, you're trying to be a dad and a husband at the same time.
Yeah, you've got a family.
And it's like you're. I don't know how much you watched the What Is video.
I don't know, 2/3.
But it's like the whole daughter's like. One of the sisters is like, oh, she snuck off to a wedding the other night. And then you're like, did you go to a wedding in town? Well, yeah, you don't care about me anyway. And you're like, you're trying to deal with these family issues at the time. And then you got like people turning up going like, my daughter's getting married. And I'm like, fuck off, mate. Like,
someone was trying to buy your daughter or something.
Yeah, someone wants to buy your daughter. And like, so basically there's
how many camels you can plug it out.
So the way it works is there's a throne room and you're sat in the throne and you've got your little squire, whatever he is down there. And these people come in, they line up, and as you get further into the game, more people line up. And the first ones will be like your knights who have returned from duty, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's been a battle over here. There's a village that was slaughtered, and we think it's these people here, and here's a clue to this." And there's this whole bigger story going on that your daughter's been, that you and your wife promised your daughter to this barbarian guy early to stop him invading you.
Yeah,
like before she was born.
Yeah, thinking like, "Oh, he'll forget about that. It will be dead by the time it happens." But now he's coming back to get her, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
He's like, "Come to collect. Where is she?" And she's like
Like,
13 or something.
right there. Take
So that's all going on, but then you got like peasants from the town turning up and going like, "My daughter's getting married. We would the village needs a big party. Can you spare
you're
us
like,
some
"Fuck
supplies?"
off."
And I'm like, "Well, you come here, you say here's your invite, mate. You didn't, so fuck off, all right?" And then your daughter sneaks off into the thingy, and she's like, "Oh, it would have been a better party if you'd have supplied the stuff then." And I'm like, Jesus Christ, love! I'm trying to run a kingdom here. And then the best was like, this guy turns up and he's like, "My son's gone missing." And I'm like, "Fuck the son." And then the next one was like a dog or something. It was like, "My dog's injured." "Take the money, mate. Take the fucking money." So, fuck the son. Like, but you can very much do it as you want, and it genuinely feels like the consequences are gonna weigh up against you. Like people start going. Like I went and spoke to my head, not security, whatever the fucking are back in the day. Head guard, honcho, whatever his name is, and he was just like, I think you should have approached this situation differently and all that. And I'm like, oh, I already feel like he's gonna rebel against me. Like, I'm not trusting you so much.
So you cut his head off?
No, I cut his supplies.
That is classic.
That's not going to help, is it?
That's just going to encourage him.
So cut his supplies. But then it is the whole thing of where do I spend my money? Like, do I put the money? It's got very small like RTS mechanics in terms of, if I put my resources into the dungeons,
okay. Like
then
yeah.
So, but that happens in like it ticks over like in real time.
Yeah.
If you invest more here, you get more here and more supplies. When some people come and they ask for money, some people come and ask for supplies. And it just seems fun. It seems like a silly, fun game. I think it'll be quite good on Twitch for a couple of probably the week after it releases, because you can just be a dick. Like I was being an absolute dick. Like, daughter's gonna say, "Fuck off." I think you're really poor, mate. Do one, all right? Daughter's getting married. Fuck off. But like, the guy that turned up
easily.
The guy I gave the most money to turn up. First thing he said, "Right, I've got a business opportunity. You're going to make money off this." Brilliant. There you go. Have the money.
You didn't listen to the
business opportunity. He went on, "Oh, we're going to make an inn."
You just went, "You're going to make money," and you went, "There you go."
Some guy was like, "Oh, we're going to make an inn." Well, wait, what's in it for me?
He's going to make an inn that brings business to the town.
Yeah, but he didn't say that. The other guy opened with it.
He doesn't. You
so
should
basically,
know that as a kid.
Pitch.
Yeah.
So he got the money.
That's dog eat dog out there. Right? If he goes and dies, says he's a peasant, fucking scrub. Off you go, mate.
Yeah. Everyone's a peasant except you.
Yeah, exactly. You get that. That's how a monarchy works.
And they need to remember that. That's how a monarchy works.
No, that is also true. He's absolutely right about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
It opens with a future. It opens with basically the future goes, and then it's like 3 years earlier.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, can you there's the whole art you got there, and it's like Archer's Fire. Yeah. And then it goes back, and you play through you play through seasons.
Oh right.
You play through winter, season. Each season's 10 minutes. So I mean, probably a 3-4 hour game, but it's fun. I really enjoyed it.
Play it,
I've got to admit, it's the only one out of the four that I'm like, yeah, I want to play that.
Yeah.
Bumper, yeah, all right. Another CCG. I do like the idea of the burns, but then again, they all fall into exactly the same trap. It's about how much you're willing to spend to get the single couple of cards that you can make a couple of decks out. Mythgard doesn't have the same thing. I will say that about Mythgard. There is a certain amount of spending you need to do in there, and once you have the cards, the creativity behind it's far better because you can create a lot more. But it is still, I need to chuck a shit ton of money into this to get those cards. Magic the Gathering Arena, fuck off.
Yeah,
seriously just about.
There's no such thing as a free play card game, really. There is if you want to go through mental health counselling to get to it. If you want to go, I'm going to play 500 hours and lose every single game. Then fine, you can play it free, but.
Well, I don't need it free. I just don't need to know that the only way to win is by spending a shitload of cash.
Yeah.
And by having those 5 cards that can be moved between different decks.
I really want to enjoy Magic the Gathering Arena. I really do. But every time I play it, I'm just like, Why is this
not
crafting
possible.
system? I'm like, this is so jank. I've got cards I'm never going to play. Let me scrap them and create cards I
And
want.
that's the problem. I
It's
have
just
masses of cards I never use in Arena that are just sitting in the background that I can't scrap to make the cards I need to try out decks that...
You know it's a bad
I wanna
format
try.
when even hardcore Magic players don't really play Arena. They just play paper Magic. So like,
Yeah.
I've got all these cards here that are worth thousands of pounds. Why would I then go and put all that money into Arena when I don't own it?
And those ones who do play Arena online are
Mostly
giving the cards for free.
And they're mostly streamers.
Yeah.
Mostly streamers
streaming,
that
yeah.
are big.
Because it looks good. It's a nice one to play visually for people to look at.
And
Yeah.
the transition is there. If you have the cards and like you can go play them in paper, and like there is the
Yeah,
transition of playing the actual Magic game. But that's what they rely on, the selling. People going, oh, I'll give Magic a go. I really like this. I'll go buy some Magic cards from my local shop.
But the bit I
Against Plan
don't,
Magic,
bit I
yeah.
don't get with that is why don't they make them just look? Here's your Magic cards. Because I tell you what, I'd spend a shitload more on paper Magic if I could test these decks out on Arena, and I
Yeah,
don't even have to play them competitively.
I agree with what you.
What they should have is
you
you
tweet
have a
about
mode where you get all the cards.
even if it's against AI, just
Yeah.
against AI.
I play against some bots, but I get to test different ideas.
Yeah.
out.
Give
If
every
I know
card
it
in the
works,
game.
then I'm going to stop
Makes
paying
sense,
that, and
yeah.
then I'm going to go out and go, oh my god, I found this really. I think I found a broken thing with the modern one. I'm not going to say it because I'm going to use it. Screw you guys. But I can't test it
Yeah, unless you fork out all the money on it.
unless I fork out a shit ton of cash, and I'm
And
not
Magic
going to
cards
fork out a whole load of cash.
are not cheap.
No.
I'm not surprised.
No, you like most decks have a legendary in there that you need to be forking out 15 quid on, and you need 4 copies of it. Like most decks run that, even in standard, which is the cheapest version. But
Yeah. It's silly.
yeah.
It's a waste of
But
money.
Anyway.
so another CTG, yeah, but yes, Your Grace is definitely a game. I'd
Yeah.
be like, especially after watching a bit of you playing it, I'm thinking, oh, good God, someone let Lewis in charge, right? Just let me at this. I'll sort it out. Just let me.
I wasn't doing something really inappropriate. Like
Yeah,
some
yeah,
big
no
naming.
shit.
And it says like Prince, and I wasn't right Andrew, but I was like, I won't do it.
Oh no.
I won't do that.
Why not? Go for it.
Look, that's it. We're
better than
booted
putting
off
Epstein in there.
YouTube now
That's it,
because
yeah.
we said those 2 words back to go back.
Just throw some more in there.
Yeah.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Oh yeah, that's a big thing at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you seen the one of Draw the Duck?
No.
And so there's a big thing going around online where they're basically giving you a beak and feet, and people have to draw the duck
Oh, okay.
around it. And someone's done. It's a beautiful piece of artwork, actually, but they've used Epstein didn't kill himself to create the outline of a duck that goes with this beak and the feet. And it's like this.
On
is
Twitter last
hilarious.
night, I was going to tweet something, and it was like trending. And the top one was like sack Rachel Riley. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's
What
because
did
of
you
a
say?
Corbyn
Because
shirt,
a
isn't it?
Corbyn shirt. Yeah, she wore a shirt that says
Wow.
Corbyn is a racist. And then people are like,
Well,
what
he hates the Jews, doesn't he? He's an anti-Semite.
Yeah, like, but it's him holding a sign. It's been photoshopped out because it's him actually holding a sign that's against racism back in the 80s, apparently.
Yeah.
But
Oh, right.
this new Photoshop sign is him holding a sign saying, like, I'm a racist or something
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
And she wore a shirt.
She wore that shirt, and then people are like,
It's not like she wore it on the air.
I know, she took a picture of it and tweeted
She
about it.
like
but-
tweeted it on Instagram, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
probably more people saw it because I mean,
Yeah.
where else are they going to see it? Countdown?
Yeah.
No, 8 out of 10 cast does countdown. Probably gets more views than it.
Oh, definitely.
Not than Countdown.
Do you reckon?
Do you think? I think the viewership of countdown, most of them have died out.
Just remember that the biggest population group at the moment
Yeah.
is your 50 to 70-year-olds.
That's sad, isn't it?
That means Countdown will be dead in 30 years.
Yeah, but then
Like-
again,
like the
Cats
gingers.
does Countdown will be number fucking 1.
Yeah.
So you know, you
It's
get
gonna
more of that. Yeah,
It's going to replace countdown.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, good with that.
Countdown's boring.
I love Countdown, but I love Countdown with crew jokes.
Exactly.
That's
It
just
vastly
me there.
improves it.
Well, that's it. Should we go on to some news, guys?
Let's do
Shit, we only
this.
just got to news. Let's do news.
Okay, news. There's not a lot of news this week because, as I say every week, it's getting towards the end of the year and it's getting pretty quiet. But kicking us off first is a bit of news, and this is where it comes in about what we said about not online co-op games. Tools Up is a new game that was announced and it's releasing on the 3rd of December. It's very much an Overcooked style game where, though, you are renovating houses. So you have to paint walls, but this is where it gets interesting. You have to paint walls, you have to lay flooring, you have to move furniture in and out, but whoever is holding the blueprint controls the camera angle.
Okay.
So
Right.
you're like trying to paint the wall, and then all of a sudden you go on the wrong wall, it comes off like your budget, and you have a certain amount of budget you've got to spend on getting the house done up and all things like that. it's a quirky take on.
Yeah.
Like Overcooked has created this. I want to call like sub-genre of co-op, like this kind of manic, crazy.
What's that one? The moving one.
That's not out yet.
That's very similar.
I think it's called Moving Out.
Is that what's called?
And that's by the guys who made the cubes that move around. The 4-player cubes that we played with Sarah.
Oh,
Sarah was like Death Squared.
Death Squared.
Yeah, the people who made Death Squared are making Moving Out. So
Right. Yeah.
my God, don't play that game. Your wife. Like,
What happened?
Oh my God, it was the best evening of co-op. So there's Lewis and Sarah, me and my wife,
Right.
and we're playing this co-op game, and it just ended
I'll
up
put-
with Lewis,
I'll put a trailer up
Lewis
for it.
getting livid with Sarah, and she then decides to like, fuck it, I'm not putting up with your shit. And she just kept pushing him off. She kept going the wrong way.
Oh
she
my
kept doing
God.
things, and perfectly on purpose, because she was loving winding him up. And
Why were
Lewis
you getting
was
so
like
angry?
falling for it. Oh my God.
because
it
I
really
wanted to
was.
finish the game. Like,
Right.
there's not any chance.
He's getting all
When
angry
we
now.
were viewing it,
There's not
when
many
we were
chance
viewing
I
it
can
at
get
the
4
time.
people in a room to finish a co-op game together.
Yeah.
And the idea of this game is each have a different colour box, and like you
Yeah.
have to things like some of you block off puzzles so no one can get past, and we're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
There's this one where all of a sudden there's no walls, and Sarah learns out of thin air that video games allow you to be dicks to people and push people off walls.
Pretty
So
funny.
then I'm like trying to go along, and then at first she's like, "Oh, sorry," and I'm like, "That's right." She doesn't know what she's doing. And then after about the 10th time, I'm like, "You do know you're pushing me off." And she's like, "Oh, sorry, I thought I was going the other way." And then she's at this point, like looking at Dan, going like, and then it's like I'm on the thing, and she's like, "I'm on the wrong one," and then she's deliberately falling. Like everyone's done everything.
Yeah.
We're talking like 10 minutes of getting into place, and then she just goes, "Oh, I died," and I'm like, "I'm not playing anymore."
It was one of those beautiful moments when Lewis met his match.
Oh,
It
that
was
sounds
sort of like,
great.
after playing games with Lewis for ages, it
That
was
sounds,
like,
that sounds like a really, really good night.
it was fucking
like-
hilarious.
The
I'm
second
so
hand
angry.
enjoyment is quite high from that story.
Yeah.
So
So
I can imagine
angry.
being there, I'd be crying.
So angry. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Who are you showing off to? And she's like,
That's exactly what he was doing. It was beautiful.
but anyway, Tools Up is coming out on the 3rd of December. As I said, it's very overcooked, even like art style, it's cutesy
Yeah.
and all that jazz.
Big heads.
Renovating houses. It's
Did you say big heads or dickheads?
Well, you know, but both.
I really like the idea. The person who's looking at the plans gets to control the camera. That's
Yeah.
like a real cool element to it. But it is only local. That's the thing that's making me like
How many players?
up to 4. You can do it with 2, but it's better experience with.
Well, so was
with 4.
Overcooked was just
The first
Only
one,
first
yes.
one. Second one
yeah,
was
second
online,
one is, yeah.
and that's what you said. Like Overcooked 2 is just Overcooked, but now online. And that's what
yeah.
makes it so much better. Like you
Yeah.
can jump in and play around.
And sort of Munchkins, you're not really going to play because it's not online. If it was online, I could play it
But
and
like,
have fun with
I
it.
mean, Tools Up the kind of game that if you guys come over for a game night, we'd choose something like Tools Up probably over Munchkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it's like when do you get chance? Because this isn't a game for kids. Looking at it, it's like, oh my god, this is stress levels through the roof.
Yeah.
And Overcooked is a very good puzzle game
Yeah.
that needs to work as a team. Like, and it's good. It rewards good teamwork. This
Yeah.
is probably going to do the same. But when are you going to get a chance to get 4 people? I know some people will, but it's not easy as you get to an adult. And
No,
it just
yeah.
Yeah.
baffles me that if you had people all at friends at home and you're like, oh, let's just pick this game up. It's only 14 quid. Let's have a go on it tonight. Let's spend this week trying to finish it. That's achievable rather than let's all come around our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get it's a small indie development that having servers and hosting online, I get it's hard, but I think you're missing out. I'd probably say on 60%, 70% of a market of multiplayer but not having online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
big
just
time.
baffles me. Just baffles me. Next piece of news: The Outer Wilds, a game I still haven't played.
I have.
It's on Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, not on PC Game
Okay.
Pass. And it picked up Indie Game of the Year. It's starting to pick up a lot of the indie game awards. It's been nominated for lots of indie game award stuff here. It's I mean, what did you think to it?
I thought it was perfectly reasonable. I would not give it Indie Game of the Year. And no, I wouldn't give it a golden joystick either. The controls are very old school. It's like playing these old school lander games
Right.
where you've got your thrusters that are facing in different directions and you've got to use your thrusters
Yeah,
to move
gotcha.
forwards and back. You go through, it's a reasonable story, the graphics are all right.
It's like an indie No Man's Sky. You like take off from the planet, don't you? And you go into space and you land on another planet.
And you land on another planet. Some of them you land on, some of them you don't. You're exploring. It's more of a solar system than the universe. It's okay. It is okay. It's not an awful game, but it's not one I could run around.
It surprised me. Now
this is one you want to play.
We'll go through the nominees later on, and the game that I think at the moment deserves Indie Game of the Year, my personal pick of it, is Katana Zero. And that wasn't even nominated for the Golden Joysticks.
Interesting.
And I'm just like, but other games that I don't think should be nominated are like My Friend Pedro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't say it's because it's Devolver, because Devolver also published Katana Zero.
Yeah.
My Friend Pedro had a lot bigger press campaign than Katana Zero. And I just feel like...
It's quirky, innit? It's funny.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I feel like these indie games that get picked by these companies are the ones that get... Like, no one played Outer Wilds if it wasn't on Game Pass. No one goes out and plays that game and goes, I'm going to go play this game.
Yeah.
To be honest, I know for a fact I can walk into school tomorrow and say to the kids, Outer Wilds.
What?
And they'll be like, I have no idea what that is.
Oh, the new Fallout game? No, that's Outer Worlds.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. None of them will know it.
No.
Not a single one will be able to know it. Whereas if I say to them, My Friend Pedro, they'll go, oh yeah, that's the one where you jump around shooting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least they've heard of Pedro. I mean, it's not a very good game.
Yeah.
But...
It just irritates me. It happens every year. I look at the indie game nominations of the year and I'm always like, you guys haven't played many indie games, have you? Like,
Well, that's why the only good Indie Game of the Year award is the Incredible one.
Oh,
Let's be
okay.
honest.
So that wasn't the one I thought you were going to say. But yeah,
Okay,
okay.
well, yeah. I'm trying to self-promote.
but anyway,
Nice,
the
nice.
Outer Wilds, if you do have Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, it is available on Xbox Game Pass now. You can go give it a go yourself. American Fugitive announced a new piece of free DLC called State of Emergency.
Awesome.
I haven't played this, so I won't play
I've
it.
heard that tagline before.
What?
State of Emergency. Is that The Division?
Is it?
Possibly.
There's a game that has a tagline of State of Emergency.
Pandemic?
I can't think
No.
of it.
I don't know.
No, sorry.
But yeah, so this is very much basically setting the same map, but the army are now there because there's this warehouse.
Wow. Okay, wow.
There's a
not what I
warehouse
expected.
there. The warehouse has got some drug thing going on. There's like a few story missions going there. You can get into the tanks, you can drive around, you can shoot the tanks, you can get miniguns, you can cause havoc. It's not going to make me go back and play the game. The game was mediocre for me when I played it and reviewed it earlier this year.
Yeah.
But
Damn shame.
Yeah.
any time you get free content, you can't complain.
No, it's
not
true,
really
yeah.
free content.
Free DLC.
Exactly. And then a final piece of news. 2 former Arcane bosses left the studio about 6 months ago, both because they wanted to spend some more time with their family and reassess their career options. They are both founding bosses of Arcane. For those who don't know Arcane Studios, Arcane are the ones that developed Dishonored 1 and 2, and more recently developed Prey, the one that didn't do too well.
Yeah.
Apparently it was actually pretty good, it just didn't do too well.
I'll probably play it in a couple of years.
And but they have announced that they are starting up a new studio, a 2-person indie game studio called
Classic.
Wolf Eye Studios. The first game will be announced with a full trailer at the Game Awards on the 12th of December. The statement they put out with this announcement of the new studio,
Why they left.
very much goes on to say basically that the games they're going to make are going to be very much similar directions to what they wanted to do with Prey and Dishonored. But they go on basically say that they feel like the AAA market is crippling creativity, and there is no creativity in the AAA market. If it doesn't make money, you're not allowed to make it. And they created the studio because they wanted creative freedom. As game developers, they wanted to turn around and go, we've had visions for these games, and apparently the game they're showing off is a game they've had a vision for a long time. It fits in line with what Prey and Dishonored done, which I think is fine, because Dishonored is really cool aesthetic stealth game, but there are some things to it you're just like, why is this in there? And it runs like shite on consoles. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. And I mean, a new indie game studio, people who are clearly very experienced in the... Oh shit, I forgot a bit of news, but carry on.
Well, it's quite obvious that these guys
Really big
left.
news as well.
These guys left because they weren't allowed to make the game they wanted.
Yeah.
And so what they've done is they've said, as they probably were told to, you have to say it's because your family's, not because
Yeah.
we were arseholes.
Yeah.
Because we've made you sign this.
It's probably in
if you
their
want to get
initial
paid.
contract.
So they were like, yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. Oh, and by the way, you can't start a new game company straight away. Oh, okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take gardening leave. So you pay me a shit ton of money. I'll stay off for 6 months. And that, oh, surprise, surprise. Look, we have a game in the works and we've created a new studio called Spaff in Your Eye Wolf Skin. And whatever it was called. What was it called?
Wolf Eye Studios.
Wolf Eye Studios. And there they go. Oh, shocking. Two of these high up ranking people who were probably the mainstay of the ideas of that lot all of a sudden had a studio and a game they want to show off very soon.
Yep.
That's very cool.
I'm thinking, fucking good on you, mate. That's how I would run that shit. Yeah,
it's the age-old story.
I'm leaving this company. I'm leaving Indie Credible for family reasons. But
that is true.
Next week, check out Indespicable, the new Indie Credible rip-off clone, because I want creative freedom to have more nipple tassels.
Why would you go for Indespicable?
That was the only one I came up with as I was saying it.
You could have said
that was literally
Indie-tastic or something like that.
No, that sounds
Indie
awful.
Credible doesn't work as a pun. Let's be honest here. Let's be really
It's better
honest.
than Indie-tastic.
Indespicable is really good,
Thank you very much.
but it's not a positive word.
No, but that's what I want to be going for. I want to be the evil version of Indie Credible.
I see.
You know, like
Mega
you've
Indecredible.
got Mask and Venom. You've got He-Man, Skeletor.
I see.
You've got Thundercats, Mumra. All of these classic.
All right,
You've got
Indespicable it
Indecredible,
is.
Indespicable.
Good luck finding someone like me.
What are you talking about? You're already on the show. All I'm
All
going
right.
to do is copy and paste this show, but have a new
Put
title
it in
sequence.
negative.
Yeah,
The whole thing's in negative.
whole thing's black and white.
Yeah.
Every now and again, I puff on a cigarette, and smoke fills the room. That's it.
Sounds
All
great.
be done in post. All done in post.
Bring on Indespicable.
Okay.
You didn't listen to any of that.
No,
You
I was trying to
just
set up.
looking
I was
news.
trying to set up. So this is one I found earlier in the week,
Okay.
and it's very concerning.
Uh-oh.
Everyone remember the game In the Valley of the Gods?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it's been cancelled
No.
Okay.
by Valve.
Those motherfuckers.
So basically,
Just when you think they're good
so
again,
here,
When did we think Valve were good?
they're getting a
Tyler-
little bit of goodwill because they're making a game.
so
finally.
this comes from Tyler McVicker, who went to Twitter and said, "So what's going on with Valley of the Gods?" And he found this evidence. Now these are the three people who were making the game.
Okay.
So you can see what it said beforehand. It said Jane NG was artist at Valve, immigrant, making In the Valley of the Gods and other things. Her profile now says artist at Valve, immigrant, making environment art. Claire Hummel, who is also a big person on the game, is art director for In the Valley of the Gods at Valve. Her profile now says making video games at Valve. The last guy, Jake Rodkin, says making In the Valley of the Gods at Valve. He now says designer at Valve. So everyone who was associated to the game is now no longer associated to the game. There has been no announcement or no trailer for 8 months.
Yeah.
Valve have been hammered this week about what's happened to the game. There has been absolute zero response apart from a Half-Life game, which isn't really a Half-Life game. And yeah, I mean, I think the moral of the story is Epic wouldn't have cancelled it. Epic would have given the money. Epic would have said, go make your game.
Yeah.
Here's the money. Go do it. And I just like, this game looked awesome.
Yeah. They're cool.
Like a full-on, well, you played Firewatch, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you liked what it offered. It just, you felt it was a bit shallow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this whole, what do you call it? What's Indiana Jones?
What? Film? What do
Fucking
you mean?
amazing.
What's his name? What is his job?
Archaeologist.
Archaeologist. You playing these archaeologists who have to go into these puzzles and use the light to kind of open them up and all that.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's not anymore because Valve got rid of it by the looks of it.
Well.
Now this isn't confirmed. I must say this isn't confirmed, but all evidence is looking very
sorry,
suspicious.
once you've got 3 members of the team,
They were the only 3. They were the only 3 members of the
say
team.
they're not even doing it anymore.
Yeah,
That's been
They're
done.
making Portal VR now.
And they've got NDA slapped on them. So.
Yeah.
there was so the game was meant to release this year. It was at the Game Awards last year. Was where the big trailer happened again, and it was like coming 2019. Obviously, nothing's heard. No one's heard anything from it.
Yeah.
And now people are like, it's only out of nowhere. I completely forgot about the game. And there's only this guy I saw.
That's what they were hoping.
I saw on Twitter and was like, oh shit, yeah. Then I was like, oh, it is. But yeah, I mean that's pretty big news. This game has pretty much been cancelled by
without ever saying anything about it.
Yeah. And people will still stand that Valve are a great company.
Yeah, I don't know why.
No.
They haven't done anything in ages.
Yeah, they haven't been
apart
great
from
since
that card
2011.
game.
Artifact. Which will definitely come out next year now.
Apparently they've been working on this Half-Life Alyx for like 4 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you got £1,000 to get the VR set for it, then brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Great, good on you. Cool. But yeah, that wraps up the news. In the Valley of Gods, RIP. Or wait for your time to finish up. Take what assets you got. Go to
gang sign.
Go to Epic. That'll give you enough to get you a millionaire mansion and then make a game.
Will they?
Probably. Epic.
Do they give a shit about what game I make?
No, they'll just say that you can make
Sweet, brilliant.
Let's make a game.
Let's make a game.
Let's do it.
Indespicable, the game.
Let's make it the Valley of the Gods. Let's just make that.
We just mocap us.
Sure.
Just sitting there in a valley.
You come along dressed as a god.
Yeah. I'm a god. Welcome to my valley.
No, that'd be even better. If you came in with that sarky tone of yours.
Yeah.
I'm a god. I can't even do it. Do it.
What? I'm a god. What do you want?
There you go. That's the one I'm
Do you know what I watched?
What?
I started watching again this week.
What's that?
Spaced.
Oh.
Do you know Spaced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
I've only watched the first episode again. It's just fun.
Timeless.
It's just stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I ended up falling in a rabbit hole on YouTube and finding out that that's where Shaun of the Dead had come from. And all this stuff. And
Resident
that's
Evil episode.
Yeah.
I watched a great comedy bit with Simon Peggin, which is about wanking at work, and the boss
From Big
comes
Train.
in from Big Train,
Yeah.
and the boss comes in and says, "I'm sorry, guys, you've got to stop wanking at work." I'm like, what are you talking about? That's the only thing that gets us through the day, having a wank at work. And there are tissues on the floor, and there's a woman there going, "Yeah, don't go against me, man. This is the only thing that gets me through every day. We work 20% better after a wank." Brilliant, absolutely hilarious. Big Train, wanking at work. Look it up on YouTube.
I might have to. But that takes us through to our final section where we're going to do it as Lionel Richie. Say you, say me.
God.
Say the Game Awards. Potentially. The Game Awards, people. The Game Awards are a thing. They are happening.
That's true.
I have not left my thing up, but anyway, carry on. The Game Awards are happening.
You're the only one talking.
I'm going to let him keep going because I've been doing this for like 8 hours now, so I'm really going to pop. Those of you on camera, love you. Those of you on podcast, love you more. Only those on camera know what I did.
His nipples.
So what we're going to do is...
It's audio descriptive for the blind.
Do we do that?
I do that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you never notice. I whisper it to the mic whenever anyone does anything.
We are going to... So the Game Awards are Jeff Keighley's kind of my ego, look at me, I'm on charge of the stage, I do everything here, I'm amazing. Is kicking off on the 12th of December. We're going to go through the nominees in a minute. Quick thing from you, because you played Star Wars Fallen Order.
I have, yeah.
And it's not nominated because it's only just released, apparently. Okay, it released too soon. But listen, hear this.
Okay.
Death Stranded released 4 days beforehand, and it is nominated.
What's this about then?
Well, Jeff Keighley's often seen in bed with
Hideo
Kojima.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And I'm like, you can't do that. You cannot do that. You cannot say, oh, it's too soon. It happened with Final Fantasy 15. That released at a funny time, and it wasn't entitled to get any of the Game of the Year awards.
Why are these awards?
The Game of the Year. It released in 2019.
They should be in January and review
Like
the
Dice
entire
Awards.
previous year.
Like the Dice Awards.
Yeah.
Who? But no.
Oh,
Yeah,
that,
but no.
I mean, that game definitely deserves at the very least nominations.
I've not played it. I've heard very good things about it.
It deserves nominations. I don't know if it deserves to win stuff.
I said in the pre-show, I spoke at length about Stadia with Dan. I said in the pre-show, I'm going to buy it on Stadia after what I played this week.
Oh wow! Okay.
Like Stadia's single player. Like, I'm playing Tomb Raider on Stadia at the moment, and I'm like, there's no lag. And it looks better than I've ever played on any console. Like,
wow. Yeah,
doing like the frame check on it, it's 4K, full HDR, 6 frames.
But this
seconds.
is obviously assuming you have a good enough connection.
Yeah, my maximum it's using is on average it's like 32 megabyte download.
That's still pretty good though.
It peaks at like around 60 when it really needs it.
Yeah.
But I think I get like 90 megabyte download now.
It's a lot better around here than it is like where I'm from.
Yeah.
Good old
Yeah. But no, it's I won't talk about Stadia loads here. We spoke about our patrons, but it's as hardware in terms of Google coming out and going, we're going to get no delay. Yeah. They've done the best they probably could.
Are you going to get the Stadia controller?
You get it with the thingy.
Oh, I didn't know you already have it.
Yeah, you get 100. Okay. You get £190 for the clip-in and the controller.
Oh wow, okay.
Or the controller's like 79 quid on its own. 69 quid on its own. But anyway,
right. Sorry guys.
Nominees.
Nominees.
And we're going through the order on here. So we start with Game of the Year because it's the first one they come up on here. Okay. And we won't spend ages on this, but I will be making notes of what we choose.
So I can win again.
What's the prize this year?
Well, we'll just do pizza in the new year because we won't know about this because our last podcast is before this.
Actually
happens. Yeah. So GOTY Dan Tom Lewis. I've done this before. Game of the year, which I'll read out a little subtext for people at home. Guys, by all means, please play along. Patrons play along as well, and let us know in Discord before the 12th, and then we can play. But I will be watching the actual Game Awards live. So if anyone in Patreon, Discord wants to watch along with us, I'll be online watching it. You can jump in the chat and watch away. But anyway, Game of the Year recognises a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Okay, nominees are
This is gonna hurt.
Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2.
Alright.
Sekiro Shadow Dies Twice.
Okay.
Super Smash Bros.
There we go.
Oh, that was so fucking good.
And The Outer Worlds.
Right.
Nominees are actually, I think, pretty solid.
I haven't played any of those, but I'm going to say Control. Because that game seems really interesting and more creative than any of the other ones there.
I always forget who does Game of the Year. Who votes for it?
So this is
it's all user vote.
the game. No, the Game of the Year awards is done like it's a combination critics and then they take a percentage of viewer votes as well. Like I think viewer votes count for like 20% of the votes,
okay,
and the
so
rest are
mainly critics.
Yeah.
So we've got Control, Death Stranding,
Resident Evil 2,
no,
Sekiro, which I forget released this year.
Sekiro was good.
Smash Bros and The Outer Worlds. You're saying Control.
I'm saying Control.
I'm saying The Outer Worlds. Though it should be Smash Bros because that was a hell of a fucking game.
Really?
It's
just Smash.
But it was all of Smash. It was like a love letter to Smash.
Okay.
It was brilliant. I really liked it, but I think The Outer Worlds is the one that's really got people going, Jesus, this is what Fallout should have been. Yeah. Oh my god, they got it right here.
So I mean, I've gone with what I always do. I don't think Control will win it, but I'm saying Control because I want Control to win it.
No, I think it will.
Yeah. I've just finished my second playthrough of Control, and it's fucking incredible.
What did you play on?
PC. It's incredible. It's so good.
Yeah.
I've not played Death Stranding. I've heard Death Stranding is the most bipolar game possible. But the people fucking love it. The people fucking hate it.
Yeah.
It's
designed to suck for the first few hours.
Exactly. Yeah. It is. The idea is if you finish the 45-hour playthrough, you appreciate what you went through in the first 10 hours. Is what you're meant to do.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sekiro won it, and I wouldn't be upset if Sekiro won it.
I'd be surprised if Sekiro won it only on the fact that I don't think it's the popular vote. I think it's, from what I've seen of it, I think it's a really good game.
I'm going to my hands up and say, I couldn't finish it. It's not my... I bought it thinking it was a Bloodborne style game, which I love, and a Dark Souls style game.
Well, it kind of is.
It's not. It's a stealth version of that. And I'm not good at stealth games. And this is a straight up... Your brother loved it.
Yeah.
And watching your brother stream it and him do the bosses, I'm like, I can't do this. I straight up, I threw my towel in on that game. Was like, if I keep playing this game, I'm not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so.
Fair enough.
Smash Bros is honestly the best Smash Bros.
I think it wins a later.
Yeah,
it's got to win something.
I think it wins multiplayer.
So.
Oh, well, it depends what else is in multiplayer. And then I think The Outer Worlds is the one that everyone has turned around and gone, holy shit.
Really?
This actually works.
They've been really surprised with it,
it's not perfect, but it works.
Alright, moving on to Action Game of the Year.
Woo!
Kicking off with Apex Legends.
No!
Astral Chain, which I know a lot about in detail from your brother.
Whoa.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Probably
Okay.
going to win it, but shouldn't.
And this, remember, goes for the campaign. Oh, so I'll read it out. For the best game in the action genre focused primarily on combat.
Okay.
I'm judging this one. Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5,
Oh, that was good.
and Metro Exodus.
It's not going to be that, is it?
No.
Oh God, this is the.
I'm going to go
Do
out
you
there.
vote
First
for?
two?
I don't think it will win, but I would like to see Devil May Cry 5 win.
The first two, Apex
Apex
Legends,
and
Astral Chain.
Devil May Cry 5, like the fact this says here, primarily on combat. Like you can't get any better
I can't
combat
believe
than.
you read the words and think that's what they're going to
No,
do. I'm going to go for Gears 5.
it could well win, and it's an incredibly good game.
I would have said Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but I think the bandwagon of jumping onto Call of Duty's gone.
Yeah,
So I
it's
do
gone.
think Modern Warfare, from what I've seen, is actually a return to form.
That's good.
Rather
The story
than,
looks
than
pretty
the,
good as
the-
well.
The crappy back two, but I do think Gears is the one that's going to go for
This
it.
I've heard Astral Chain I've heard falls very flat. And
on, Tom.
Apex Legends, I don't think you
It
can class
had a
that.
boost because
Yeah.
they put a lot of money into it, but
I think it might get it.
You
think
think Apex?
Apex?
Apex Legends, yeah.
I mean, it could.
Not that I think it should.
you just think
But I've
that'd
got
be
a
there.
feeling they
I've got a
just be
feeling
a
it was
bit-
just a flash in the. Oh, okay. Bit of reach around.
Yeah.
Action and adventure game. So this one, just to differentiate from action game,
Yeah. This
Is,
one
uh,
has
like
dash
a bit
of
of
adventure.
adventure.
for
Yeah.
best action adventure game, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving.
Should have got it.
If it's in it.
It's not.
It's
Oh,
not-
okay,
it's
then
not.
it won't be.
Here's the thing. This is what I mentioned to you.
Yeah.
It's not allowed to be nominated because it released too late. However, Death Stranding, which released 4 days prior to Fallen
Oh,
Order,
that is bull and
but then
wrapped up in a
Jeff
big
Keighley
bag of-
is
Yeah.
often seen in bed with Hideo Kojima, so it's understandable.
Oh. Hang on, do I need to take back some of my previous ones and just go Kojima?
Yeah.
Well, remember,
Death
Jeff
Stranding.
Keighley doesn't
Can
get
I
to vote.
change it to say Kojima in any category?
Yeah, so the nominations here for traversal, puzzle solving, and combat are Borderlands 3, Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Zelda, Link's Awakening,
Pardon? What?
and Sekiro.
Ooh.
I
was good
I
for
think
a
Death
moment.
Stranding.
I'm going to say Death Stranding.
Yeah.
The fact being on puzzle solving, the whole fucking game's a puzzle.
And traversal.
And traversal, the whole
It's
fucking
like-
game is traversal puzzle solving.
Yeah.
That is the game.
I bet this is written so that Death Stranding would win.
I'm going to go with Control.
I hope Control does win it because
I'm
Yeah.
going to go with Control. Do you know why? Because fuck Kojima.
I don't want to give away spoilers for this game, but this game is those three keywords there: combat, traversal, and puzzle solving are the standout elements from Control. That's
Yeah.
so fucking good in that game.
Yeah.
So I'm going
But I'm
Control.
going to go Death Stranding because for once I'm going to take one I think will win.
You've really changed. You've really
What
grown up in
happened
the
to
last
you,
couple of
man?
years.
Death Stranding. Tom, you're saying
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding, and Dan, you're
I
saying
can't,
Control.
I can't do it. I'm
You
sorry,
can't
I
do it.
can't do it.
I do
I
want to
think
play
you
Death
guys
Stranding.
are probably right, but I refuse to do it.
I've been going to play
I
it for
refuse.
Christmas. I've only going to play it for
You
Christmas.
haven't written
Good
my
luck.
game in there, mate.
Control.
He just writes Death Stranding. Kind
Just
of
I can't stop writing.
Okay.
Oh, I'm blowing Kojima.
Art direction.
Ooh, there's
this
been
is
some
for-
damn
I can
good
see
ones.
Norman Reedus peeking out the side of the screen.
This is hilarious. I'll get onto it. in a
All
bit.
right.
But for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation,
Artistic design.
Yeah.
And animation.
nominees are Control. I don't think you'll get it, but I can see what's in there. It has
Right.
your brother called it something, cubic artwork, like that weird
Cubism.
meshy, like you know, like the Matrix when it's all like that.
Yep, very technical.
My God.
Yeah.
How are you a teacher of anything?
Well, I'm not teaching art, am I? He fucking teaches art. Somebody you speak to someone at university. What are you at university studying? Fine art. See you later. Like,
My dad's got a degree in fine art and a
Yeah, but-
master's of science.
but in the 60s, 70s, it was cool. Now it's not.
No, it wasn't cool in the 60s and 70s either.
Bloody hip.
My dad's never been cool.
Anyway, Control,
Yeah.
Death Stranding. What the fuck? Art direction.
Mental.
It doesn't have an art
Mental.
direction.
It does have an art direction. It has a huge art direction. It's the babies in the tank.
Ah,
Yeah.
Change it. Ghost coming out.
Now,
This
the next
is the one
game-
that's going to win.
The next game has to win.
No.
All right.
Greece.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I saw the GR and for some reason I thought it was going to be Grip.
That's what I said as well, yeah. I was like, grip.
Greece. Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Yeah, I can understand why that's there.
And Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Oh,
Yeah.
and Zelda Link's Awakening because the little cutie wooty.
It is cute.
I think Greece wins.
I think so as well because it's the most arty-farty one.
It is the most arty-farty.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like a living still water painting. Look at this, like that. Yeah. Look at the palette sweeping across the screen. That's what it is, and then fucking whatever. Eat your avocado and just stuff your brioche in your mouth.
Don't you love avocado?
You love avocado.
No,
and brioche.
artists love avocado.
No, but
And
you
neckties.
love avocado and brioche as well.
I do.
I've been out with you.
And I'm an artist. Okay? I'm currently sat 5th in the league with Brighton on Football Manager 2020. Eh? Hey man, who else does
that
it?
is art.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Fucking right, it is. Fucking right, it is, son.
So what are you going for?
I'm going Greece.
I'm also going Greece.
You know what's really
Greece
sickening?
Lightning. Go on.
I'm going Greece too. And it's gris for grey. It's French.
I'm pretty sure it's Grise.
No, it's gris.
You know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Moloch, get in touch.
Audio.
know?
Yeah, he's
French Canadian, or he's Canadian with
the
French.
worst.
I don't know.
The worst type of French.
No, there is nothing worse than the French. Adding Canada in there makes them better.
Paris, France is the worst France.
Oh, you damn Kim right.
Yeah.
Next award is audio design, recognising the best in-game audio and sound design. So this isn't score. This is
It's
in-game
sound, yeah.
sound design.
You can't beat Call of Duty.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Control.
You can beat Call of Duty.
Control has a lot
the
of.
gun sound is just...
It is. Yeah.
I've always thought Battlefield sounds so much better.
No.
Control has a lot
That's
of
great.
like weird static. Christopher Nolan, I'm going to say, esque style sound design. Do you know that weird
Hans Zimmer.
industrious kind of
Yeah.
design going on with it? Death Stranding, because it's got to be in there. Gears 5,
Hilarious. Continue.
Resident Evil 2,
Yes.
which I will say won the Golden Joystick for best sound design,
Okay.
and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
It's COD.
It probably is COD.
It's COD.
Audio.
The sound design in it is brilliant.
Yeah.
The gun sounds, the reverb, everything is
Pretty
is
slim pickings
spot
on there anyway.
COD, I'm going to say RE2.
Alright.
Okay. You're going for Golden Joystick.
Yeah.
It's already got an
And
award.
I've heard incredible things about it, especially the whole proxy sound thing with the zombies and all that malarkey. I don't know.
Okay.
Not played the game. Community support. This game
Oh,
is
right.
recognises a
I know
game
this.
for an outstanding
Okay,
community
alright.
support, transparency, and responsiveness.
Alright.
Now, I have got a pretty good guess who's going to win this straight off the bat.
I've
but
already just whispered to
Oh,
me
really?
who I
Yeah.
think it's going to be.
Apex Legends,
Right.
Uh-huh.
Destiny 2,
Okay.
Final Fantasy 15,
Alright.
Fortnite, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Ooh, I'm going for that.
You're
going
for
Six Siege?
Siege.
I'm going Destiny 2.
It has to be Destiny 2
Has
for
to be.
one simple reason.
They made it free and made the game great.
Even bigger than that. They created a community puzzle in there where all Destiny players had to come together, and it took 9 months to solve. People have only just solved
Never
it.
heard of this.
They just solved it, and
But I'm
it's
sticking
opened
with
up.
what I said.
And it's opened up this content for everyone. But people will go into Reddit to like go, oh, we've learnt this now. We've learnt this, and people were doing this puzzle together. And I'm like, well, that alone is like nuts.
Yeah, probably will win.
If Destiny doesn't win, I think Siege would win. Like, I can't see. Fortnite's community's fucking.
Well, it's all
What
bots
can
now,
12-year-olds do? Oh, yeah, they put bots, didn't they, to make it
covered
easier?
it with bots, yeah.
Fucking hell.
I've been told by the kids, the first time you jump onto chapter 2 or whatever they call it, yeah, the first time you go, it would just be bots they're playing. I'm like, why the fuck am I playing? I've been playing this since it wasn't even in Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Why have I got to jump in with bots? I'm not playing that.
Apex Legends, has it got a community? And people play
No,
it.
it does. It does have quite.
It does
yeah.
have a community, yeah, but
We
But that's
won't
the only
do
people who play.
content creator. We won't do esports coach. We won't do esports event. We won't do esports game. We won't do. We could do esports game if you
We
want.
did last time.
let's do esports game.
Okay, esports game is nominees. So I did a little subtext
it's alright. Yeah.
for the game that has
Shut up.
for the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of genre or platform. Games are Counter-Strike Global Offense,
All right.
Dota 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch.
What the best overall esports
I think I know what I'm going
community? I've got to go league. And
Yeah.
go content updates.
Oh, no, I'm going Fortnite.
Content updates is the bit that
Tom
then bugs me out.
Lewis. I am going Overwatch.
All right, we're going different then.
I had a huge Sky Sports style production league that happened. It was streamed everywhere. They just announced Overwatch 2 with the whole transition of all your old stuff going over.
Yeah, which is rubbish.
And yeah, I think it's got a big resurgence recently.
I say Fortnite.
So,
Because it had
because
a
a
massive...
16-year-old kid won it.
well, no,
I'm
'cause
gonna
content
go with
updates
Fortnite
in particular.
as well.
Because this year it's been all about, the end of the whole thing, and then it all came
And
back.
then the new one.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Surely
talking about
season
it
2
online.
is the perfect chance to
Scrap it.
bring
make
it
a new
out
game.
of beta.
Is it still
Why
in
would-
beta?
Yeah.
Mad.
Because those have got to make it free for Rule the World. What was it called? Save the World.
So,
We're going to do esports host, esports
Or-
player, esports team. Here we go. Family game.
All right.
Family game is one we can do. Family game for the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. The nominees are
Grand Theft Auto.
Luigi's Mansion 3, Ring Fit Adventure, Super Mario Maker
Hang on,
2,
all these Nintendo games.
pretty much,
Yeah, well, they're going to be, aren't they? They are.
Super Smash Bros.
Fucking
Ultimate,
are.
and Yoshi's Crafted
They're
World.
all Nintendo games.
It's Smash.
It's got to be Smash. Oh, though, I will say, Luigi's Mansion 3, everything I've heard about it has been, man, this is wicked fun. It's going to be Smash. Smash is brilliant. I
Yeah.
love Smash. But apparently Luigi's is pretty good, so if you fancy...
So you guys
picking
are
up
doing
that-
Smash, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Please tell me you're going to go Yoshi's Woolly World.
No, I'm going Ring Fit.
The best family game is Ring Fit.
My granddad can't play Smash. My granddad can play Ring Fit. That's the ultimate thing of a family
Yeah,
game.
but your granddad doesn't play Smash, and he doesn't play Ring Fit.
No, it's,
You
idea.
know why? He's playing GTA.
Yeah.
Fighting game of the year.
Oh, shit.
Dead or Alive 6,
Hang on, I've just got to text my little brother.
Jump Force, Mortal Kombat 11, Samurai Showdown, or Smash Bros.
Smash.
I've got to go through again. Hang on.
Yeah, Smash.
I'm going Smash as well.
Both going Smash.
Mm.
Mortal Kombat 11's really good, but I don't think it's going to hit
I don't
that.
think it's going to win, yeah.
That
The only reason I say Mortal Kombat 11 is the story was impeccable and it completely changed the way tutorials should ever be done in a fighting game.
yeah.
It was very accessible, and it even had a point where you could modify characters to say how much like window you're allowed on your combos.
Yeah.
But you do like I think it was less damage or something like that. It
Depending
was
how wide the
yeah.
window was.
It was,
That's
it was
pretty cool.
accessible. Here we go. Fresh.
Oh.
Now there's two indie categories here.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
There's fresh indie category and there's indie category.
Right, okay.
Okay. I don't get what they are.
Fresh
but don't
indie
worry.
category and slightly stale.
Yeah.
Fresh indie category is recognizing a new. Oh, sorry, that's it. So,
Presented by Subway.
so this is
Fresh.
this is recognizing a indie game that's developed by a studio for the first time. It's
Okay.
it's the studio's first game, and the independent studio. The fresh indie game nominees are Disco Elysium.
Right,
Okay. Greece.
okay.
My Friend Pedro.
Okay,
The Outer Wilds.
right.
Slay the Spire.
Okay.
And Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, that's going to win.
You all done?
Sorry.
That's right.
All good?
Yeah.
Fresh indie.
Easy win this one.
Go on, what have we got?
So Fresh
That's the
Indie
win.
is about a game that's released by the company for the first time. First game.
Okay.
And it is Disco Elysium by Zayum.
Which is awesome.
For...
No
sorry,
Match
Greece. I was
Studios
like
for
for Greece. Greece for No Match Studios. My Friend
Pronounced
Pedro.
Glee.
Outer Wilds at Slay the Spire. Or Untitled Goose Game.
Oh man, I love Slay the Spire. It's a brilliant game. I'm going to go against you all. I'm going to go Disco Elysium.
I'm going to go Disco
Alright,
Elysium as well.
okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise you hadn't voted yet. Sorry, I've been out of the room.
Untitled Goose Game's going to win.
It's been really popular online, but
Yeah.
I think Disco Elysium. Slay the Spire is brilliant. I love Slay the Spire. It's definitely going in as one of my Game of the Year contenders.
Yeah.
Disco Elysium is
Game
just...
direction.
Ooh,
This
that
is
way.
awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Well, I know who's going to win it anyway, just
Yeah.
that fucking sentence. But we go through the nominees,
This is going
shall
to be
we?
like, and whose key designer's name is Hideo Kojima. You should just say that at the end.
Have I voted for Death Stranding yet?
Probably.
No, I don't think you have.
Yes.
Control,
Yes.
Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and Outer Wilds.
Death Stranding.
It's going to win.
It's Death Stranding, yeah.
Win it.
I was going to say, I went for Outer Wilds because I'd like that to win.
One
but
thing
that's not
I
what the game
will
is.
say is I'm super happy to see so much nominations for Control, because I've been saying since I played it that the game's too unsung. Like, it's too quiet.
It's a
People
bit of
I
a
just
think
want
that's
the game.
why it's not going to win anything.
And it needs, like, but at least it draws people's attention to it, because Remedy, I mean, I like Alan Wake,
but I think that's the point. I think the point is what they've done is gone. This game deserves some nods, but we're not going to give it any awards because we're not going to get any payback for
imagine
it.
if it beats
So
Death
we're
Stranding on everything.
That's
It's
the
not
dream.
gonna happen.
It's so good, wouldn't it?
That's the best time.
But
Um,
yeah, so if you vote for it, you show it a number of times, people will go towards it, but then you don't.
Did
have
you want to do this
pay
one?
for it.
Games for impact. I feel like they're games you have to have played to understand why they're there.
Probably, yeah.
Thought-provoking game.
Pro-social meeting.
I vote Death Stranding.
Fucking hell.
It's not even in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Why's that?
we're going to skip
Yeah,
that one.
skip it.
Independent game. So
Right.
here we go. For outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Indie game, okay? Indie game of the year, the one we really care about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is Baba Is You. It's an interesting little game. It's fine.
Yeah, it's alright. It's a bit weird.
Disco Elysium.
Yeah.
Katana Zero.
There we go.
Outer Wilds. Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, to be honest, I think it's out of these two.
I'm going Katana Zero. I've said it all along.
I'm going Disco.
I've not played Disco. If I play Disco, I will. Well, I will play Disco over Christmas because I want to play it before we have our chat.
Yeah.
Which then ruins my Fresh Indie. There's no way they're going to give it to Fresh Indie and they're going to give it to that. So can I change my Fresh Indie to Untitled Goose?
I mean, you can be a sellout if you want. It's fine.
Well, no, I know that
I can imagine
Disco's going to
I can imagine
earn
giving
one.
it both.
I don't think they're going to give it both
What are you going to give it to?
because I haven't got the balls to do that.
Death
Um,
Stranding.
Do it, do it. Death Stranding.
For me, it's between Katana Zero and Untitled Goose Game.
I'm going to go, Fresh Goose Game.
I'll go Katana Zero.
We're going to play it soon.
Pussy.
Sorry.
You've been whipped by Lewis.
And we won't do mobile game. Do you want to do mobile game?
I haven't played
I
it.
don't play it. Multiplayer game for
Ooh.
outstanding online multiplayer. So that's key thing there. Online multiplayer. Gameplay and design, including co-op and massive multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. Is best online multiplayer game
Minecraft.
Apex Legends,
You're right.
Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tetris 99,
Which was wicked fun,
It
actually.
was really good.
Tom Clancy's Division.
No. Come on.
Hang on, what are they our only options?
I was surprised not to see Destiny 2 in there.
Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tetris 99,
And The Division.
Call of Duty. I'm going to go with
It
COD again.
Probably is Call of Duty. I'm going to say Borderlands.
Ooh, okay.
But to be honest, I'm not overly thrilled by the...
I'd vote for Tetris, the one.
Tetris was wicked fun.
Yeah.
You're
I had a
saying
lot
you're
of
saying
fun.
COD, yeah?
I'm saying COD, yeah.
What are you saying?
I'm saying
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
What are you saying? Go on, Tetris 99 it.
No, I'm saying Apex.
Okay.
Really?
I don't think it is, but I think it'll win.
Okay.
I'm actually playing the game now.
Well, welcome to...
It's like
Narrative.
3 years.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do
3
that.
years late to this
Best
game.
narrative. Okay.
Ooh.
Alright.
So for outstanding storytelling and narrative development
I
in
forgot
a
about that
game,
What, a Playtale?
Yeah.
nominees are A Plague Tale: Innocence, Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, The Outer Worlds.
Oh,
So
motherfuckers.
I haven't played any of the games. I don't know what the narratives are.
Motherfuckers.
Would like to see A Plague Tale: Innocence win it.
Yeah.
I don't think it will.
I'm going to vote for that then.
I would like to see Control win it.
Yeah.
I think it would win it if there wasn't a Hideo Kojima game in that nominee list as well. I don't think Hideo Kojima's game. I can't say I've not played the story, but I don't think it should win narrative. I feel like narrative should be what, and I've said this all along. What I like about Control is 8 hours of a tight linear story. It has a start, it has a middle, it has an end.
It's a narrative
done.
game.
It's like brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, if Last of Us was 45 hours long, would it be a good story? No. It's like Outer Worlds is great. I love Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard.
I'm saying.
Oh my god, this is really
This is where
difficult.
this is where you get paid the big bucks.
I don't think it's a Plague Tale. I don't think Control's got it. To be honest, Death Stranding shouldn't get it.
You saying Plague Tale?
Yep.
So it's going to be between Disco Elysium and the Outer Worlds. I think Disco Elysium has more interesting trees, more interesting branches you can go through than the Outer Worlds, because the Outer Worlds didn't do anything new. It just did it well, and it took what we should. I'm going to go Disco again.
Nice. It could win it, from what I've heard.
But that's a really difficult one.
I've gone with Control because I want it to win it.
Yep.
Fair enough. You're sometimes playing the game.
He played the game last time. This bit. No,
Right out of
fuck
space
it.
here. Let's go for a little box in the middle. Look at that. That is.
Why you made it so small?
All I'm missing is
The room.
brioche and avocado. Ongoing game awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Nominees are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 15. If you want, Final Fantasy 14. Fortnite, Rainbow Six Siege.
Destiny 2.
I think the key word that comes in there is develops the player experience evolves player experience over time. I think that's the key word there.
This is where he starts voting for Final Fantasy and other shit.
I've broken it.
Why did you do that?
It's the fact that he evolves it, because 6 is a very good multiplayer game and it's got its audience, but has it evolved the experience over time? I don't think so. It's just added more good content. Destiny has very much gone, okay, our end game is broken. How do we evolve it to make people like it? And they're now still very much at the case where it is, okay, we're not where we want to be yet because we're only 6 months out of our divorce with Activision. Give us 18 months out of our divorce with Activision, we'll have the game we want. But
already within that time, they're playing with ideas, and you can see them experimenting and looking and trying and being like, you know what, let's... we can't do anything wrong now. We've already done the wrong stuff. It can't get worse. We may screw up, but we'll work it.
Dan?
Oh yeah, Destiny 2. Easy.
Siege. Destiny 2. We can do performance if you want.
Who's in it? Oh god, Ashley Birch.
Courtney Hope, Laura Bailey,
Mads will get this.
I really like this character.
No, Norman Reedus.
Or Norman Reedus. I don't think.
No, I'm always going to vote Mads.
We're going to go to role playing game. We're going to go to RPG.
My girl Ashley had that one.
RPG for best game design with rich player character customization and progression, including massive multiplayer experiences. Disco Elysium.
Nope.
Final Fantasy 14.
Possible.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Or The Outer Worlds. I think The Outer Worlds.
I think this is the one for The Outer Worlds.
Probably,
this is it.
It's made me realise I haven't played a single RPG this year.
Have you not?
Not one.
Isn't Thingy a little bit RPG-ish?
What's Thingy?
Fallen Order's got... Well, every game's got fucking RPG elements,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I wouldn't call it. It's not RPG.
Well, you can change colour lightsaber, so you're changing... You're role-playing as your colour lightsaber, mate.
That's true. It's not just colour though. Hilt,
Easy.
sleeve, switch,
Exactly.
material.
Exactly, mate.
You can change it all.
RPG game. If it was Death Stranding, it'd be in there.
I'm surprised it isn't in there.
That's a really fucking good point, actually.
Yeah.
Why is
Surely
Death
that is
Stranding in a role-playing
game. Like,
because it is a full-on role-playing game.
we gave him two. Let's not make it suspicious, guys. Let's take him out of that one, shall we?
Don't make it too obvious.
Yeah, I think they put him in all of them first, and I was like, "We'll take him out of that one."
Dan sent Outer Worlds.
Family game.
Keep him in the
He
rest.
can't be in Family Game. That's all right. He's got a baby in a jar.
That's the family.
Oh shit, that's a very good
Tell
point.
me-
We're back in Family Game.
Tom, what are you saying?
I'm saying the same, yeah.
Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
Oh man, these last couple have been pretty boring for us.
Yeah, we're the same.
Score and music. For outstanding music inclusive of
I
score,
love that first one. It's so good.
original song and or licensed soundtrack. Nominees are Cadence of Hyrule,
Which was so good. Listening to their old Zelda tunes again, beefed up and mixed. Oh, I loved it.
Death Stranding, because
Yeah, why
you don't
not?
have role playing, so got to have
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Devil May Cry 5, which was cool. I mean,
It was
hearing
alright.
Devil Trigger, you're
It
like,
was alright.
yeah. Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts always has
Disney
good
soundtracks.
Yeah.
Sign Order Wild Hearts. The pop album you said.
See, it would be alright if you could listen to the whole fecking song without either cutting out or going round too often.
What were you thinking, people?
Oh, I know exactly. I'm going Cadence of Hyrule.
Oh, I probably am as
Just,
well.
I
don't know what
loved
else. I know this had Death Stranding had like real bands do songs for it, like a film, but I don't know what any of them were.
Are you surprised?
it. Devil May Cry was alright. Kingdom Hearts is that, but they did such a good job with Cadence of Hyrule.
Devil May
Of just
Cry
as you're
5,
playing, you're like.
So I want it to win.
Any time they put Devil May Cry in there, you're in it. What
Yeah.
one did you just skip?
I'm trying to see how many got left. Okay.
Do you
okay,
need more
okay.
paper?
No, we have two more. Two
you
more
want
left.
another- do you want
He's
another-
struggling,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know why you didn't ask about ages ago.
Two more
Look,
left.
mate, here's your notepad.
Two more left. Okay. This one is sports/racing game of the year
Racing.
for the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game. Nominees are Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel,
Whoop whoop.
Dirt Rally 2,
Nope.
Pro Evo Soccer 2020,
Jog on.
F1 2019,
Pretty good fun actually.
FIFA 20.
Wakanda forever.
That's his celebration.
Is it?
That's lame, isn't it?
You know what my celebration is? Punching him square in the
Do
nose.
you know who that is?
No clue.
Eden Hazard.
Who cares, eh?
Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna say
Because of the way you've been voting all the way through, I'm going to vote for the one that both myself and my little brother realise is the greatest sport game, and that's Crash Team Racing. Nitro fueled.
Ah.
literally could be any of them, if you ask me. I'm just gonna say FIFA.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's probably what get the vote. Probably get that bit.
I'm going to be controversial.
Go on.
I have not played CTR. I have played Dirt Rally 2.
I've played Dirt Rally 2.
I've played Evo.
Haven't
I've
played
played F1 2019, and I've played FIFA. And
Wow.
out of all of those, Pro Evo is by far the best game. I don't think it'll win.
Oh! Pro Evo's making a comeback.
Pro Evo is fucking so much better than FIFA as a gameplay point of view. I don't think we'll get it.
I don't think Crash is going to win either, but I'm not voting.
Strategy game.
Oh my god.
Best-
This is the game I played this week. I forgot to talk about it.
It's coming to Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass.
Oh, it's coming to PC Game Pass soon.
Okay, it's on Xbox Game Pass, and I played it. No.
No?
No.
I've heard really
Okay.
mixed things about it.
You heard it here first.
It's a swing
No.
and a miss, but we don't even know what the game is.
Age of Wonders. So
Oh, we not said
strategy
it.
games. So best game focused on real time and turn based strategy gameplay, irrespective
Who
of
said-
platform.
Oh my god, there was
Chewie?
a cute moon from Chewie who no one can see from this camera angle.
Oh yeah.
Strategy. Nominees are Age of Wonders, Planetfall, Anno 1800,
Wanted to play it, haven't played it.
Fire Emblem Three Houses,
That's probably good.
Total War Three Kingdoms,
Mm-hmm.
Tropico 6,
Okay.
and Wargroove.
Oh, I enjoyed Wargroove. Was that out this year?
Well, it's-
Yeah, it was
it's
like
here,
February
so-
this year.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna say Total War: Three Kingdoms.
I'm going to say Fire Emblem. Three Houses, because we like the threes.
That's true.
Fire Emblem 3.
What are you going for?
What mistake are you gonna make?
I like ships. I'll go with Anno.
That wouldn't be a mistake. That's probably a
I like
very good
ships.
choice on there.
I feel like
It is
these
a good
games.
strategy games.
So like I feel like Planetfall, Anno, Total War are probably the games that are the only games people play.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are the
Definitely. Yeah.
people at Anno, they go there in a full naval or nautical outfit. Like
Yeah.
they're there. You know, they're probably sat on the rubber ring in the bath to get the movement
Probably.
of on the boat.
And then when their mum comes in from upstairs, you know, and he's in the basement going, and then she,
Captain
stand up.
Umbridge.
He's like giving it all this.
Yep.
And she's like, at ease.
Boner goes down.
Did you want to do
Goes up.
VR AR game? The last one.
Not for a laugh.
Yeah.
So VR
We haven't
AR
played
game.
any of these, by the way,
For the
guys.
best
we are
game
voting these purely on.
I might have played.
You might
I should
play it, yeah, for the-
Oh no, that's a good point.
For the best game experience playable in virtual reality or augmented reality,
Pokemon Go.
irrespective of
augmented
platform.
reality.
Asgard's Wrath. Never even heard of it.
No,
Nope.
Blood and Truth. Never even
What
heard of
now?
name
Beat
of my
Saber.
shit.
Heard of that one.
A classic.
No Man's Sky, because it's now a VR game, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah,
On PlayStation
the
as
whole
well?
thing is playable in VR.
I have that. I should give that a go.
Trover Saves the Universe.
I'm going to say that one because I liked the other one, Accounting.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
because Tom
Accounting Plus.
seems so confident.
Accounting's
Sorry.
really good. It's really
Hang on,
funny.
what were the other ones?
Accounting Plus, is that right?
Yeah, Beat Saber would probably win it, actually, let's be honest.
I'm gonna go with Beat Saber
Yeah.
because I love watching people play that. It's quite funny.
It is fun.
Also, they look like lightsabers.
Yeah,
You
but
get to
not,
be a
not so
Jedi
much in the
and rock out.
PlayStation version.
I'm going to say No Man's
Really?
Sky.
Because they are actually basically lightsabers in the PC version. They go.
Yeah.
In the PS4 when they're like blades that glow, like samurai blades,
Oh,
kind of thing. Yeah.
that's disappointing.
It must be and also obviously people can make their own tracks on PC and like for licensed tracks, you can't do that on PlayStation. You buy track packs.
Find that.
Yeah.
I'll
Official
go
pack.
straight in with some Tay-Tay.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
That's it. That's our nominees.
We did it.
That is our nominees. I will be keeping track of. Patrons, make sure you're around on the 12th, where I'll be watching it live. If you've got work because you're in that weird place called Canada, just take it off.
Yeah.
You probably snowed in anyway, because all you get is clearing shovel stuff and learning French.
Take that, Canada. That was a hot take, wasn't it?
That was you so owned Canada there.
Yeah.
How that make you feel, Brian? It's a snot there, you idiot.
Yeah.
What a fool.
What an idiot. What an idiot. Patrons, though, stick around because we're going to have a pretty short and sharp post show. But everybody else, thank you for stopping by and thank you for listening, watching the Indie Credible podcast. Like I said, play along by all means with our nomination predictions and see where that goes. But anyway, if you do want to support us further, you can support us over on patreon.com/IndieCredible. $1 a month will give you access to our pre and post show content. More will get your name scrolling across the screen like it is now. Screen and screens, because our patrons scream all the time when they're watching their name on the screen. So that'll get you that there now. And there's a lot more of other stuff going on there. But you got to head over to patreon.com/IndieCredible. Linked in the description below if you're still watching on YouTube. And if you're still watching on YouTube, what are you doing? You just wasted 2 hours of your life.
Yeah.
Until next time, guys, have a great day, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you guys are. And until then, you guys stay incredible.
Bye.
Bye.